What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I know Aaron Donald is a very, very happy man right now. Reworked his contract, 3 years, 95 million over those 3 years. First defensive player ever to get over 30 million. He's the perfect guy for it. He's earned it. In my opinion, he is the greatest defensive player of all time. And in this video, I'm going to kind of outline why I think he's that way, why I think he's the greatest, why I think he's the GOAT on defense. Before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But let's give Aaron Donald his flowers. They are much deserved, overdue. And I don't know how much I've talked about him on here very much, but I think he deserves some shine. So he's been in the league for 8 seasons. And in those 8 seasons, he's averaged 12.5 sacks as an interior defensive lineman. That's crazy. He averages 12.5 tackles per loss per year. So this is almost every game he's getting a sack or a tackle for loss, give or take a couple games per year, right? From the interior. I'm going to reiterate that a few times because it's a lot easier to do that from the edge because you're getting a lot of times one-on-one or you're getting chipped. Not nearly as tough as when you're getting double teamed and triple teamed like this man is. And I've got a whole lot of pictures that show that because it's insane the amount of attention he requires and how much easier he makes the rest of the game for the rest of his D-line, of his teammates, because they're getting one-on-one every single time, like pretty much every defensive end normally does. Even the great ones tend to stay one-on-one or one-on-one or one and chipped. In his 8 years, he's been a Pro Bowler literally every single year. I think he's a 7-time All-Pro player, which that's almost 100% every year. He is the best or the second best defensive tackle. And the only year he didn't get it was when he was a rookie. And it's very, very hard as a rookie to be all pro. He was the defensive rookie of the year. Like I said, he's a Super Bowl champ. And my personal favorite stat about him, and to give credit to some other guys that are, one of them is in this conversation. The other one's working his way towards it. He's one of three-time defensive player of the year. No one else has more than that. Him, TJ Watt, and Lawrence Taylor are the only 3 that have 3 of those awards. Okay. Now, Lawrence Taylor, in my opinion, is one of the only other guys that you can argue in this conversation against Donald, because Lawrence Taylor had a crazy good career. But like I said about some other guys, he did play on the edge, and that's not to take anything away from him. He was a freak. Okay. But I think when you get it from in the trenches, it's a lot harder to do. And when you're more successful at it, it just shows how dominant you were. TJ Watt, I think he's on his way to this conversation. Give him more time because I think playing the edge, like I said, he needs a few more years of racking up these 16 plus sack seasons, and then we can have that conversation. I think maybe another guy you can probably throw in there is Reggie White. I think dominance wise, he was up there. But in terms of at least my lifetime, who I've personally watched, because I'm 25 years old, Aaron Donald is head and shoulders above everyone else. Being his teammate on the line must be like the best job ever for a D lineman, because you know so much attention. And basically, if you're the defensive coordinator for other teams, you're like, all right, here's the game plan for this week. Let's start with Aaron Donald. If you don't start there, you're screwed, because he can't be the second thing you're worried about or the third thing you're worried about. That is the one man that every defensive coordinator should know in this league and should have some sort of idea of what they're going to do. And it's probably a triple team. And he's still going to get a sack. He's still going to force a fumble. He's still going to wreak havoc on your game. There's basically nothing you can do. You can triple team him, and that might work. But then you have all the other guys getting off, because now you say you have 3 other rushers. You only got 2 other linemen. It's just all bad. If you're an offensive coordinator, I should have said earlier, offensive coordinators should know who he is at all times. I think him getting the ring finally and being a big impact, being a big reason why they won that ring in that Super Bowl, it just solidified him. It just gave him all the extra juice that he needed to just stamp his ownership on the greatest of all time defensive players conversation. And, you know, he's not done. He's got, the contract is 3 more years, 95 million. Like I said earlier, you could argue he deserves 40 million. You could argue that. I'm not going to go into that, but 30 plus million per year is very, very lucrative for him, at least. And if he plays the next 3 years at the level that he's playing at, he's going to get about 38 more sacks He's going to get, another 40 tackles for loss, another 10 forced fumbles. It's going to be like his numbers for the D line are going to be, for nose tackle, interior D lineman, are going to be insane if he plays 3+ more years, because I think what is he, 31? Let me check. Yeah, he just turned 31 on May 23rd. I'm making this in June of 2022. So, Von Miller's 33, it says. There's a lot of guy, like I could see him going another 4 or 5 really, really strong years, playing until he's about 35 or 36. Now, I don't know if he's mentally going to want to do that. He might just, after the next couple years, be like, yeah, had a great career. I'm done. Because he has nothing left to prove. If you think he has something left to prove, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, nothing left to prove. So he's got a couple more years of dominance ahead of him. He's an Iron Man as it is. He doesn't miss games. So he's probably going to play at least 15 or 16 of the next couple seasons games. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait to see what his stat line for his career looks like when he's done. But right, for me, he's not even done yet, and he's already to go. That's just my opinion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments who you would have ahead of him. Like I said earlier, there's definitely some guys that are in the conversation that you can argue for sure. If you agree, let me know. If you like this video, click the like button. I really, really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But I'm done here. Aaron Donald, you are the GOAT on defense, especially. Peace.